morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today is another Saturday. This is one of my favorite songs for obvious reasons because the show is Church Diaries, but also I think 6 Strings. I have to be careful with that. I think 6 Strings did a very good job on this song. And producer and director, I think we should work on bringing him onto the show one of these days to do a live version on it. But great one there, 6 Strings. Good morning and you're welcome to another edition of the Church Diaries TV show. For the last couple of weeks, we've been operating from outside the studio, and then we also had other days that we were not here. But it's good to be back. And as you can see, today I'm alone because my better half on the show is busy. She's writing exams. We're wishing her all the best. But we still have a very packed, beautiful show for you guys today. And as you know, every Saturday, once it's 11 a.m., we are going to have an amazing day. There's Vox Pops, there's conversations. We're going to be talking about mates in Ghana. Basically, should these guys be professionally trained? We have a question on that. We have our baby girl, Debbie Sway. She went into town and spoke to some of the mates on that. Then we also have a great conversation that's been going on for a while. Government said they are going to legalize Okada, but they've been talking about reenacting the LI and all that. But there's some conversations that are going on. People are not happy about some of these things. We did some Vox Pop, and we have some reps from the Okada Association that would also be joining us in the studio. Most important thing, guys, as usual, we want to hear your voice. What do you think about these conversations that we have coming up for you guys? We want you to join. You can join via Zoom. You can also share your thoughts via WhatsApp. So we're going to go for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're talking about professional mates being trained. We're talking about the Okada guys, what the requirements are for you to be an Okada guy, what union you need to belong to, the age issues and all that. When we come back, we're going to be discussing these issues. Stay with us. This is the Church Diaries TV show on Joy Prime. We will be right back. So once again, you're welcome back to the Church Diaries TV show. Today we have an interesting conversation. It is impossible to talk about churches or transport without talking about one of the key stakeholders when it comes to public transportation in Ghana. These are the church mates. And I think if we were to even do a survey, probably 80 or 90% of the church drivers that we have in Ghana were once church mates. So today we have a very interesting conversation, and the picture I want to paint for you guys is, I think last week on Church Diaries, I saw a story that somebody shared where a church mate was fighting with a passenger. And trust me, these guys can say things that will touch the inner part of your soul. And sometimes you find them fighting with passengers, you find them insulting people, sometimes even fighting with their own drivers, right? And so the conversation we wanted to have today is there the need for the mates to be professionally trained? Because we have people complaining about their personal hygiene and other issues related to that. So today we're going to have a conversation on that. We had our baby girl, Debbie Sway, go out on the street with a question of the day, which is, should trotro mates be professionally trained? And there's some very interesting insights that people shared. Let's listen to what people shared, and when we come back into the studio, we have a conversation on that.
My goodness, maybe who is I want to be now? I'm calling it mate. I said to myself, we on the bus or mate, and I saw me, but driving there. Oh, bet me driver, bet me question driver, it means to know my driver, but mate, dear. Me who's here to know be some mate.
Drivers and mates need serious training.
Why do they need serious training?
On manners and comportment. Yeah.
Okay, for me, I think the drivers and mates are already trained, because you don't just come out as a driver or as a mate. You go through the process before coming out. So it doesn't mean you need to go to school or a certain institution that they have to train you for. But once you go through the process, being a mate with your master guide you until you become a driver, I think that is okay.
They have been trained, but they need to go deeper. Because sometimes, the way even the mate talks to us, and sometimes the driver is not proper. So if they are even trained there, they have to go deeper and deeper. So that sometimes, or sometimes the mate they are addressing and those stuff. Sometimes I know today is good, but some years ago, the way they were dressing and those stuff, it wasn't accurate. So, but my opinion, they have to go deeper in training them.
Martin said, "Answer driving a mate in here, over start to where you man, over show where you must see the warrior. All Sancho walk quantity, Hosima, a council, you, and blood absolute woman and sana, what you see, and I hear you, man."
And it's as a senka, especially Kramate, I guess some of Antity and Sana, or my Bayajuma, because most of the mate, Omonim Casa. They were a Casa Chireni Pano, Ayana, and yet Papa. It's especially mate for one day, and to me, no, they can be expected to come to Fantity and Sana, or my Bayajuma, or my Emeda.
But Obaka Baby Achamo, but Penifosi, Utu or Crafro to one is almost the best to this by. A woman called the before free ever. To bet near a pet, no, that I would tell my home. They share the field.
You Jumano, your mates, and your drivers. Now, some Baba driver. I say no fun to team, just a woody mates. The bet you, Jumano, and a passenger, so on say any air trotro. We are near Uba Ujina Abafa. Oh, I say at your how busy Jina. Ukite nimpana besi control car no speed limits because nipo uma our driving nipo ni my driving na mate ni so kra obema say chiro how a obadidi usika oni passengers be kasafa ndi say okasa mu nya da passengers at times we to me share okanzo we say no mate you mu are because here say station car obaba no omuni me cars nya ndi say we mate a oni me kasa you to me the report back you pin for no to me no be kasa you to me see from and decided your humanity. The crowd to me, I come say, you know, I find it, Manson, the Babonti.
Me a driver, me want me mate, I'm an enemy. Obion Tia or the Titini mate. Every say, me mate, we name my head is over Cassatia passenger. And a passenger, Najo Lolo through we are the Obecabian of Azes Sabubia, Wabba Dam no Afa or Tekem, Timpaya Bonds will be form. No one assumed ye, and to be on the Tia or the Titin mate.
To me, when we are passing, a training mates, no, any drivers, no, and sometimes, especially with the mates. Because someone say, almost is their office, so they need training, customer service. So we work only passenger ekasa, any it's money 90. So one or two things. I think it's a training. It's not bad at all. Here a little training. It's never almost something say there on by your money. And yes, just was sorry if you na oba is their office, so they did training.
I was saying training one because the people need respect. Obikita niama kura na se wo se omu receive no fine omu nji niama ni shebut omu charge kura omu nye inte training do mu hia bi pa
ampa de oka no de say yen training omo pa because at times most at times no mate for no omo ni mpeni omo kasa anyhow ba heart keke enti say yen training omo pa any driver for no
I say by heart keke. This conversation, I think we should have had some of the Trotro mates in studio. But then, yes, we have Debbie Sway in the house. Hey. Charlie, how was this conversation?
Oh, for me, unfortunately, I was not able to talk to them myself. So my fellow sister went to do it.
Okay.
But then talking about if mates should be professionally trained or not, I think it's a good idea. But the problem becomes how the funds necessary for that. That's the problem.
Okay, so I think somebody mentioned something which is very interesting. I think two things, right? Mm-hmm. And one of it is, why do they even need to be professionally trained? Like, what are they being trained on? Why do they need this?
They need it. You know, have you ever boarded a church?
Yes.
Really? Oh, it's really? I need to ask. And then what have been your experiences with these mates?
I mean, there have been some very interesting experiences, right? Mm-hmm. But as one of the drivers was saying, utu okra for no na utu morning so for.
Yeah.
So does that mean we have to train mates, and then after, do we need to train passengers as well?
No, as for passengers, you can't tame us. You can't tame us. When working with people, no matter what, people are going to be on your nerves sometimes. But for those, for the driver and the mates, they are the ones in charge of the whole system. So they are offering the service. So they have to make sure that they regulate it in such a way that no matter who you meet, if you meet a ghost, if you come and meet disrespectful people in your car, whoever you meet, animals, human beings, you just have to have a certain ethical way of approach to things.
So if you were to recommend, let's say, Ministry of Transport to go ahead and train them, what are they training them on?
Oh, they are training them on their behavior.
Okay.
Their behavior. For me, I have experience.
What happened?
I have a list. I have a list. Do you know that 2 days ago I picked Chocho, and then the mates didn't give me my change. I kept, like, they do.
Wait, so did you end up getting it or you didn't get it?
I didn't get it.
That means you forgot.
I was also dozing off. The mates knew I was dozing off. So he was like, Sister Tobo, I don't have change. Tobo. But then, aside that also, in the same car, people were also arguing,
okay,
you know, with the mates because he was not really communicating. If you tell him, mates, he doesn't listen. You say, okay, sure, I hear you. When he gets there, he's not alerting the driver before you realize now you have to walk from a certain junction back to where you were supposed to. So I think this training is important, but I don't think that it should be something that the government should really focus on.
So maybe it should be something that GPRTU or one of these cooperatives are doing. Okay.
Exactly.
And I think another thing that kept coming back was personal hygiene. What are your thoughts on that?
It's very, very necessary. Some of the mates, most of the mates is like...
But, you know, I have a different opinion on it.
Oh, really?
Yes, because, you see, most of us pick trotro during rush hour, right? That's early in the morning or in the evening. Now, even if you sit in a trotro for just that time, you realize that you begin to sweat.
That's true.
So imagine them sitting in these trotros from morning to evening.
But look, how can your stench be that bad from morning? I understand that from morning to evening, but there are times where I've left the house, gone to the market
in the morning,
early in the morning, and come back like maybe 4 p.m. Still, you sweat, but then the stench shouldn't be that bad. Actually, I spoke to some mates on why they ventured into being a bus conductor and all of those things. And then one of the things that I realized was some of them actually sleep in the car.
Yes.
They don't have, they don't even own deodorant. They just sleep in the car, they wake up. Sometimes the bathing is optional. And the day that you feel like maybe you're going somewhere, to polish kakra. But aside that, most of them don't even shower. It's very, very serious because I'm a frequent structural passenger. Yes. On point all the time. I'm in the churchill.
Loyal customer.
Yes, and where I like the most is the front seats because when I sit close to the mate, sometimes you see the front seats, even when the mate's stench is coming, the wind is blowing. Yes, the wind is blowing back. So yeah, it's kind of okay, but sometimes they should take care of it because cold kakra is very bad.
I think it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had because obviously anybody working, there must be that personal hygiene factor.
Yeah.
But as you rightly said, there are some socioeconomic factors. Some of these guys are sleeping at the station, they are sleeping in the trotros, not because they want to sleep there, but because of economic factors.
Exactly.
So I think we also need to listen to their part of the conversation and then see how we go about it. So if there are any trotro mates listening, any final thoughts to share with them?
Well, church mates listening, for now, I don't think there's ever going to be a training for now. But then what you can do to make your passengers feel comfortable is to treat them with respect. That is very important. And yeah, just go about your business, treat them with respect. And also, before I leave, I would like to talk about Big Chef. So Big Chef is beginning from tomorrow. So every Sunday at 4 p.m., just tune in to Joy Prime. And let's just look at how these kids are just doing magnificent. What do you know how to cook?
Oh, You want to try me?
I want to try you.
Go and ask. Ghana Chefs Association. I'm the record holder for one of the meals.
Really?
Yeah, for one of the
I need proof. I need evidence.
Oh, you just have to enter the Ghana Chefs Association.
Wow.
And just ask, who is the record holder for soakings?
I think you should be a judge on the Big Chef. Yeah, come and teach us some.
I beg, I stick to my Gary soakings. I don't go here.
So yeah, Big Chef is starting from tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah, and each and every Sunday. Yeah, Big Chef is happening, and yeah, come look at your little sisters.
It's Big Chef Junior this time,
Big
right?
Chef Junior. Yeah.
So what's the age range?
The age range, I think
it's between 7 and 12.
Yeah, 7 and 12 is
cool.
fine.
So Big Chef Junior, parents, make sure you join the show. With your kids, at least they can learn something. They can also try to follow what the kids are cooking and then pick up from it. And maybe, Charlie, they should invite me, judge. But that's only when they are doing the Gary soakings.
And I also want to be a judge. So I've actually sent my petition, so yeah.
To be a judge?
Yeah.
Why? Because you want to eat the food?
Yes, I want to eat the food. I want to eat the food because these kids can cook. They can cook.
I can see.
They can cook, and I want to take a few lessons from them as well.
Okay, so thank you so much, Debbie Sway, for joining us on the show. We've been talking about whether or not trotro mates should be professionally trained. The conversation goes on. We would like to hear from you guys. You can join via Zoom as well as on WhatsApp. It will be on your screen. Now, next we had another Vox Pop. This is going to be an interesting conversation as well. We're talking about Okadas. Before, Okadas were illegal. But when this new government took over, or before they even took over, as part of their promises, they said they were going to legalize Okada. But we see that the process has started, but some of our Okada stakeholders are not happy about some of the things that are being proposed. So we're going to have two of them in studio, but we also had one of our people go on the streets to engage them. And so we're going to listen to what was shared on the streets. And then when we come back, we have a conversation with two of the reps from the Okada fraternity.
And I said about the 25, about the age of the 25 years now, Omukano. Well, because of Usha, all mature people, 25 years, maybe Aoba or Iri, into on him, Adia Hanu, into Kitamoto, and no state, on his already with careful, so already basa. But young age in there. Excuse me, on him, no left and right. Inti Oberadi anyhow, inti all the Yatari Abanchi ever on the side.
Okay, but to rather say, my adventure come to much and say, may Abancha now I said me for so. If say me one, I motor rather no, and I say, a lot of accidents to see. Emma, at times most of Buba Quali 9, it be a say, be my beggar, some says I do because of say motor rather since. And the Cabanas and other brothers said 25 years ago. Maybe they come to sense of money near Juma. And so, go over to Biaba and class a Hanson. I can't see dangerous, or him how I rules with here. Or buy a no Tamokada, not the year Juma. Me one admin, one week can offer. What I say, it is a man with Mapne. I'm a motor for Biana registered in motor at the Lances. I'm a young agent, able 25 years, so be able to Najuma door with my year to money there. Why yet to move on so as was ever a lot of accident to be. I've said me why no. She done say and say no, ever say motor to traffic light. Gina, it will be on that way more than 30 years or nonsense so do that light to move old term. But 25 years ago, or no do move term if only 25 over term. It's a me one, when you say you're young or fast. But when at 30 take one, when I have say our family, and to bet now, but let's say, over the cheap motor near the year.
Mr. Madrin check a craft, sir, age now buying cans. They are buying canoe. You need your Okada and a bad boy, and you know, baby, sometimes who call baby. Put me fro in 10 times and a bear call Abba. No woman, Okada no more canoe. Crawford baby, the father said, the way of my appearance, it's here. Yes, Rabbi, so I'm discipline, any decent, I beg you, man, or me, if you say, what's me, young, Biala, and find better with 3 Basa. Sometimes you stop or mokra, yes, by years now, by a 25 years in a day. Young Padi and 30 and Kayepe, and so 25 no, your befanes are a year.
a man kwalanti me nko school because onya yo timi kan bicycle office obetimi aka Okada nso nti no onya bia school kura on person obekọ by 25 na buy ni bekọ ho na wa ye sure say bia alliances mpo na omo beba beje won ye be make sure say enipa na ye no kura say wanya sa 25 years na e be boa ye Okada ne de boa ye nyina e na ma guys no so bia nya ne nsa no adwuma e kọ ba sabi nya obia na betimi akọ school enya adwuma papa bia but ono so onya we na da onya na no aduane a e free say ye nti ye da ba sembra na ode aba na ye ni jibo
ewiawe mo amuni abema cash money ni Isaac South Africa nation market na yate say run no news bi ba house o mo say no Okada no person o legalize Okada no na age ni from 25 years and above. But me so me dream say 25 and above so there emwa because they say the youth ni bebre from 17 to 20 column so be atwi moto. It is like a bayanka omo hwe age ne ma yakra. And I say so ye kwan no susu so a kwan no so ma because he say no dabafo no ya na omo de abo. Wo na traffic bu kwa na wo ba be kwa na onipa atwam. Ti bayanka ye kwan so mo biem kakra ma ye. Mo bie kwan no mu ma ye. Na nyama nso enkoso ye ma ye toto.
Edamasi. Mu nua be ma kwasi na meka sei. Eno ameso meti bi. Eno ameti nse na mo so kan na bai. Me kwa meti ye no. Me ya se ma ma 25. Me na me nsusu ye mu no kan person fan ko 50 years. Unya 50 years eni so otwi Okada. Me nsusu ye mu no. If say young boys no omo de bokro no se ne o kan no. Ti me de kan me say on 25 ne so onya 50 years. Unya 50 years ansa na qualify say odi Okada eye adwuma. Unya 50 years eni se ma di Okada eye adwuma. If say young boys ne san so mo jamu no nesi so msunti no ohwimu ade na ode ko anu anso ode ko etime de etime asira ma say Mr. President so timi kan yen 50 years ma Okada for no unya 50 years a untimi ntwi Okada
25 years 24 unya 25 years na untimi ntwi a na for ba bi no as we disappoint you to no kakra ze o hwe Okada na mo twi na youth ni nyina Oma muchini nyina 25 ana ono so ba so ma youth no adwuma no nti so ma youth no adwuma nti omo so nyina to di sapere ne etu di ati yo ba so we say 25 years untwi Okada na mi buza say oma mutwi ka no so say ebi susu nya 25 on so mutwi Okada omutwi ka esusu say wo so be wo 25 years untwi Okada na susu na say youth no one from 19 in other almost have a sell my juma. What's up a juma from some woman? So Okada yana yanka crank boys 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 25 we are there. When you're 25 years, there is I think a police for no more my all my children papa.
Now 25 years in a day, and yeah. Everybody got 25 years here. Okada for be color. More no aye 18 to 25 or no. Into a cassette or the free 25 years a year. Bebrebe esa befie. Aya omajuma bese omajuma so say ya krono no bebo manim.
Wow, this conversation is going to be very interesting. Now, somebody says the legal age should be 50. 50 no born in Brian. Someone says 30, among other stuff. But the good thing is that we have reps from the Okada Association in the house. Today we're talking about Okada, legalizing Okada in Ghana. Now, I think for most of us, the first time we experienced Okada was through movies, Nigerian movies, Nollywood movies, and that's where we even got the name from. Now, for the last couple of years, I think about 5 to 10 years or more, it has become sort of common in Ghana. But most governments prior to this had made it illegal to use Okadas or motorcycles for the commercial business. But now it is being legalized in Ghana. There's some things that are being introduced. So the Road Traffic Regulations 2012, which is LI 2180, they are going to make amendments to it. And part of the amendments are that the legal age should be 25, and also that people need to have some kind of professional training. we've been speaking to some reps and they're saying no, they don't agree to that. We have 2 reps in the studio. Today we have Mr. Philip Azianu, who is, he's AKA Obama. He's the station master for the Okada Association at Kaneshi. Yeah. You're welcome into the studio.
Thank you, Master.
Then we have Mr. Abubakar Mohammed, AKA, this nickname he has to explain it, Babylon. He's also the vice chairman for Kaneshi Station. Gentlemen, you are welcome into the studio.
Thank you. Thank you.
So what I want us to do is, there are a couple of things that we're discussing before we came on. I'd want you to share a bit of your personal experience, how long you have been doing this, and what impact it has made on your personal life before we go into this main conversation. So we'll start with you.
Yeah. Thank you, Master. Okada Jumawe. It started in 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
That means why in for 13 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. Because of me Juma.
Okay.
Me GP. Like that time, me J 500. Very good.
Ejuma Ben now, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a chef.
Okay.
Yeah, 500 those time. Me call. Ohana me say me omutu. Nfa fa nipa. Ohana me call one day. Ohana me nyasika bia. Me could compare me.
They are now Jena.
Me Jena. Me will say Sisiu. Ohana. Me agasa ma jai juma na agasa.
Wow.
Ohana me je joining. Okada. The ambeka a farmer brother say be cut it be more. Say me say sana humanity.
Mm.
In 2014, car bomb me. I want to say
Abra Uchi Okada.
Uchi Okada.
Okay. Tipachano wakasa kese kakrama ina mic ni. And then it's here.
Asa. Aya humiti. In accident, correct one. Kokoma.
Wow.
Yes. The me Dennis say police in big Gina. Traffic lights. I know a family.
Wow.
I did call police hospital.
Wow.
And we tell me for police at Diagro. Or family we almost treating me. Into a way. Almost to me here police hospital. Police in baby will be me casa Obama.
And me sure say be or show to me action obehwe camera no aka action.
Yeah. Baby will be as a police no. Yami. Enshraw. Meaning and the whole world. I'm sure. Whoop sa police no utiasia. Hwem. Me daosipa. Yami come.
Wow. Wow, so we're definitely commending the police officer. Unimnidi. Going to be unimnidi. Wow.
Well, we know, almost almost to me, yeah, me no, it is a callable. Almost free callable, almost say callable, I am a. Or your letter coming home.
Wow.
Say me ban enemy.
Wow.
And me, a could do, you know, ambulance, a could do, you know. Almost letter. Oh, mama, me please. Oh, ye me say you me wo. Edem. O san di mi chi. Only that day na me hu say we penny. Sa police na omo share no ye say but o san kita
inspector na say
yeah. O kita bodyguard. Oh na omo bi do no so hwe Obama. Oh na omo bi do no ama no. And one person on room, but also my police in the back. So on the envelope bremi.
Wow. So we want to use this opportunity on behalf of Obama to commend this police officer. I think if we live like this in society, we are connected like this is something definitely positive. And so whoever this police officer was, on behalf of Obama and the Trotro Dice TV show were saying, keep doing the amazing thing you're doing out there. Inti Obama, yebeba sound common also because Obibeka say yeden and nka when your accidents you say Obi anko bejai, yes. I can say Jumei but yeden na call back. Inti Yeriana Mbacho Yaba Masabu Bakas. Yeden I'll call back. I didn't know I'll call back.
Yeah, because me nyabe be free. So me say call back. Me ya be free hospital back la. Me say jirasu.
Aye Juma. Because business is good.
Good.
Wow.
Good business. Good business. Obi ye bank Juma kula. Okara Juma no. A good chain. Sika wo mu chain.
Bank Juma.
I swear.
Hey. Okay. And Yabeba and also Masa Abubakar.
Yes, sir.
And also how long and why Okada Juma na also experience at say.
Oh, now let me drive any.
Okay. Car ben na uji.
Let me check trotro.
Okay.
Carnation sukula banana.
Okay. Because he is shopping. Because he is shopping.
Ediko Russia.
Okay.
So we be chairman be now ton cars or car dealer ni e wo doko police quarters ube urama on the right side. Manu farmi. Assess driver.
Okay.
Nti bibia na osmami. Through man me medinim car. How to sell car, change of ownership. Next one now, me mami suton moko chichinga moko.
Okay.
Ewo central mosque, how do you call it? Otabel honu.
Okay.
Chichinga fono. Kwali.
Baby amoton Jane no.
Jane honu.
Eyo, okay.
See, I diverted to Zongo Market.
Okay.
Nti makonta de o wari mi nuaba. Ono twi mi dibra enam side so.
Okay.
Ejuma koye mienu. Nti mi kota Malabianca company. Enso nya me Perez on mama nema. Now instead of every day no, after when mama nema abesumi a week.
Nti we no na driving on Okada.
We enam side.
Enam side, okay.
See my driving na me ton cars.
Okay.
One my master.
Okay.
But me mama side enam.
Enam, okay.
So nti me say ohon ska wo mpa che because car no eche ansa na betoka. So me dey ahondi na koma.
Enam no. Okay.
So me went enam juma no be 7 years. Before lockdown car ba kwa di enam airbrem no ekobof. Nti me challenges ewo Malabianca yade I mean fa no crancy. O ma ye che e ka no me boka 2.8 billion.
Wow.
Yes.
Old cities.
Old cities.
Wow.
Nti afena others now almost mama musica no omo haram tata me. So e ma mi ankasa mentiment na fako. From there no na ni baba den ni baba di pose afi that mentiment na garage pa me kasa me kwa na ga we be ton car so na me so say the police be
baba ho.
Nti my wife a friend Aja Jamila. On mommy Hondo say, daddy, okay, Tamoto. I didn't think I was from Kaka and Credit very. So people will say,
because why your business, why your way?
Nipa make it a sika. Ne, me yo Okada.
Wow. Inti anya say bia one a ope say oh sorry Okada but circumstance business they see coin near the into no. Oh yes, test
yes.
Okay.
Enti alaji wadu group on flash me.
Okay.
Enti na yeti dansuma. And me bazungu mama me. And kure me do flamingo na obi stop me. Okwa akra na me charge no 20 Ghana wankasa and of free. Papa. Me do akra me do empty so e papa na obi so for me.
Business now there.
I'm telling you, my brother. So at the end of, I can say 4-5 hours, you know, let me tell almost 1.4.
Wow.
And let me talk petrol 50 Ghana. Master, they made deposits and my wife has about my
wow.
Yeah, shopping all that.
Nyamishano, Hajia
Jamila.
Jamila, Nyamishano.
And maybe I know because mom. I said, I'm not going to ask how him. He said, me Okada. I was serious. So I started from there. After I just sell out a pair. have to move.
Wow.
Nti enu na me ba kan esi so no munji newcomer. Ubade they will sack you. Well, but I have a friends there. I'm about 5 mama eja. Because of work done now, we na here ntina omisu ene mama me as vice chairman. And
okay, mfacho.
Easy.
Interesting. Inti I didn't know buy first na munji no.
Yeah, on say adwuma no ede. Na on say enyina nipa.
Pacho kasa no nkoso kakama.
Enyina nipa. Ba nipa basa na ayeti say adwuma we zo joloso. Kra. Ojase. Je nipa no oba obanya ti say uso.
Nti amanfo person. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Person me hodu oho. Me person me nua no aye we no. But ababe ye we ni sa me say o no. Ye na enje nkofo.
Okay. Okay.
We no.
Okay. Inti, I think say your main conversations but question back one person bisa because I think say anonymity na the main in command ye di no necessary say the very moment you beka Okada the number one thing challenge enye safe.
Yes.
Emu accident any madrin che ewo eho ene say.
Yeah. Ya ji children say Muslim a driver for omo ha moto for papa ye hu amane papa our driver for.
Hey, who is your driver for no so say I am bad because now so your driver.
No, mama jump bam embrain me na yi.
Okay.
Me say na me driver ni. Enti minim say na yete. A lot of the Okada boys no drivers. Because kauna ene onika. Nessa on the motor, how to ride motor. Nessa nunya motor.
No afa. Okay.
Nti stay abedos. Nti what usho choko bukom kolegono nipa ina school. But couple vagabond nti omunim takashi omunim say na
yeah.
Nti otonu so ti ho onya hwi. Ise bia wa kompo akoche nam. Nti say ene Okada ejuma ba onim the way I hit na moto. Honestly, we be journey ejuma no. Nti show a lot of yeah na and the drivers no me a driver ni me say na rules road we no tie. Nti me say me kita moto. Na say me ba driver yi obe miami. Because definitely wa park offer passenger no. Wa chon nsa. Enu tire say it's about to move.
Yeah.
Into so our friend say we careful. Well, and the driver no say o man no akwan ni na aba na chi no ka no enye mayo. Nti o man no kwan o best na say so no akwakofa.
Passenger no jineni.
Nti wo moto na wo fu na chi na wo ba no.
Onhwe kra.
Nti e ukura.
Asemo. Okay. Nti the main conversation and come ye di and say aban sisi no first na nka illegal.
Okay.
Nti all those na moye no na ewa no mache mo na police for ni bi harmony say ni na eko. But aban na say okay. Say ade ye be ma no aye legal. And no FR commercial any ade no there's a road traffic regulations 2012 LI 2180. I'm sure mo besesa no. But ye nya ntie sense say ni bi na eba no mani enje ho. Enti no ye pese ma mo kwan ni mbisa so okay then na mate ne then na madwen che ho because ya ti BBFA age ho ya ti BBFA professional training enti ye bie kwan ma mo ene on Trotterdam's TV show no so far no feedback be na mo wo ne mate no a mo pese mo so mo che madwen ho.
So about the age no.
Okay.
That's the 25 years.
Yes.
And we should mature nipa ankasa no o mature side no to make steady in life ankasa no from 20 going na and African ya won you compare one to Europeans but we should ya brabo no akola 19 years ankasa woba yes 19 years woba how much more 20 years until starting from 25 years no on the idea of pay or sorry free on the Oka Shushe. And on your scars on say, our Irinuma, no fee. Problem behind the Bejan and the Chamano. On one of the best of an idea. 1 year, whatever for best through. Until the age of 25 years, I say, was sorry, a hosula. But we said definitely. We can sika message because of Ochina SMBNT. But what about the 19, less than 25 years? A lot of the accidents through the watch, young boys. Maybe our on we send Adam for 4 na base, on the edge Mabianye, Wakot na base, smoking. Adia infata, and no bay, into Yamutunas or Sequana, or Bompire, and then Casa what marriage 3 million, 4 million. Into a 4 passenger. On the only Wakot Naba. So definitely accident baba.
Intino Obama Pachon's wajin share because Aban say 25. Wajin share on yes.
Abana Okasa ba Akabi. Anybody ntira Jumano ni Ghana. Na osi undi 25 years year Okada or Chimoto. And Akakara.
I didn't.
The auntie say, a Juman in you, nay, any a room. Oh, me, Pese, me catch a ban say, oh, ma. Education, uncle more, ama Okada ni nua etu Okada no moto no. Second one nsusu education nso ansa koma throttle for our cars for nsu me dia me hunu no pese aba on yesa no education uncle more say enua no Ghana no nyina dia onua no anu so oya nipa otimuto so anye se oya aboa bia oya nipa nti ohunu a uria ye no kakra no oyewe na accident hwa we kai last 8 years ya papa IGP that pare wadi education bi aba ama
friend Parry
yeah ama ye enu bi no ye hu traffic light ye china because o see ultra obechu nti ama sa education no wo yimu a ayeti say hu traffic light no unim say ultra pe obechu nti hu pe mimi hu traffic light e sope e di say mi jina
Mamunkofo ni bebre engineer because I think say only one of the issues I'm on for because Makotogo pe
yeah
Okotogo Okada almost sense almost yeah but traffic light so we jina
yes
Ghana engineer adenti
sometimes yesuban no so e be kan yesuban to youngest yesuban nyenyenyenyenye
because me producer cracker say oko tamalenia de cra omugina
yes
enti aha adenti
yeah because a free titi bi mo a obe free efie no anu so kan bi because maybe omo treat we our fee anu so kan bi
na unji ni say we de me bisa mo mienu unji ndi say bia eno so kan wonti na ban aye ne say and the yentwenko echiri na nye 25 no because I think say even for trotro before we bechi trotro no emremu no eno so ye 25 and I think say ho and at 25 no a fever
okay
and in addition to that no so no science mu no omo kire say and so be 25 no na n'adwen no fully and grow here and year until I think say be 125 no every bar until wait me akada now person Canada no
before me can manya me text message
okay
my wife Aja Jamila me can asem no
oh nice
echiano
Aja echiao
mpacho 25 years na ye sana me kan ye no once me ma
do they all agree with 25
no adia me on yeah about red light now o can asem Okada no se nya yenkwa na ye o yes
one more na
yenkwa na ye Okada no sana me ka me free driving
and
Okada I'm a county my wife Aja Jamila na share me di and na me start Okada yeah but say your borders wo your border town
okay
your Togo
yes
your Elibu but could you believe say Mali Nigeria Niger amu the motors Ghana
oh
and as I say no mu dosu
can you in this year no Okada business no your Ghana for amoye and you see and some motors every outside.
I'm telling you amu motor no so ye Honda to say boxer we know them, they know us.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Sometimes because of some of the Okada riders, you know, our journey, you know, the prayer delivery.
Okay.
Obi to me bus station, and now you know, mas Okada bra. Me person on deliver a day o Madina na Saribocho mami. Obeji me saying. Conclusion, Obeji Okada man number. Now Odi. Nipa na yedi nema na yerika koma no adi number na ma Okada man obegina no say ampa Okada ni no wa frɛ then he go odu na atwa nka onu say bebredi amanfo nema adwane yes yanya challenge yanya challenges yanya challenge organization if we fish some of them out
yeah
still now odi motor ba for passenger ba and now the motor ebejina can necessarily pay passenger for you don't allow you.
So the motor bar okay so one can
yanimu
okay.
The motor bar you do also and definitely someone will know you.
Yeah.
We are for
because one of the and your money doing common plans that a show started was one of the advantages that people say and they say because of Okada no a lot of young guys that were idle no more year nyoma bi no omo jai aba SSI nti say ban say obi be yes na say oje nyoma de kwa na the dam say be ha mu business
yes be ha your business nti station no be the police force yejuma me say many police from Penny4 including the IG my papa Christian Teto Yono is my boss DSP Silvia is my boss. A lot of them, but to do me one. And me who say Asimasi, and I'm in information say Asimasi is a bad boy. You need to ho. I watch you. I'm power assistant and I order so yeah, me and Kasame to meet Chino. And I'm afraid one of my colleagues, a friend Ali Kwame, is the national secretary under NPP. Now I bet Chini Panuedama police. And it's a new. Let's say all the motor back and nation. We sack you.
Okay.
And the new me person this time is sana ye papa jo mama ama ye kwan no every union bia no every station bia mo join union and no say Asimasi on name no don't allow them okay be assemblyman they didn't buy their fine assemblyman general mama anything that will happen about bad
assemblyman
you hold assemblyman
because I think that was also the other thing ana ye di ho komo which is Sesiano, a man for to me a year said the Osika obi ba ono adi ni motorbike aba but new Emrano almost say to me nye Okada abra won join any union. And you know Sesiano I think say for more motion me per se ebia Obama bedika asase na onso di bi account say na musi operate so bi person join Okada and I say bibia saying na musi ye no nipa no eda na mu say ye training no so what license so ni license so inti say na musi operate a ebema aban ne mo customers so arehye mu say oh me be fa Okada me e safe me no man so me ja na bibisi a ebedru inti pacho betumi
yo obi ba o kita moto oba hoa de ay ka kire ni say fine uba be ye juma anya sika nti wonkasa de okita no ayo wo dada nti ubeka moto no ube buy hono mundia ye de you wono e be ka kire ma no munsa ma ye onyama yama bia upon wia botumi aka ye onyama a second and he said ubi fawa or biwa ediko or ko robino something like that ni panu ba be mai complain wa ye ni mo e o moto no so ye ni mo ye be chu ade ama police nti ye be kan ni na achiro ansana what start ye nje usika ye nje uhwi
okay
o da se aha nti aban onhwe nyama wi mai kakra wo boy die but onhwe nyama wi kakra say o kase undi 25 years o untu moto anyo kara untu moto o Ghana ha o sadi e ko bako
adenti
yes because akomo ye ya o
asemo
akomo ye ya onhwe hoyi
okay Babylon ti obe 1 minute bi also the audio be count na so obetumi akase bia requirement a mo be bisa from nipa no bia say we sua what license ana bibi
oh it's true yeah you on before ni your papa president di sa laws be by yankasa do so
okay
the last day minister ya GOB I think 2 weeks any put by dan to kwanta kwa ye ni we say ema ye nua ba ko bi asafa chesisi edina no tomu any 4421 strong guy bi and this and ya ja akora no but you share rules and regulations and about lances ni document now guys with the enukre guys okay a lot of our people don't have it and this is here yeah papa ma e kwan no I think you be encourage you na obia embo modern koye because kana ukwa tuya no it goes to the government insurance road now ukwa twa no it goes to the government and so the DCC street ni ne manema oh the all the ebe encourage you and about the education to me about safety it could be to say national road safety
authority yes
and officer discipline and we know emphasis national road safety so na dan pare so ba station to station now I want to me yes sir
education okay so today we have had Obama and Babylon, strong powerful names in the studio. We had a conversation on the new legislation that's coming on Okada legalization in Ghana. This has been the Trotro Dice TV show. We're just about to wrap up. Every Saturday at 11 a.m. we're here with you. Next week my better half on the show will be with me, so make it a point to join us on the show. This has been the Trotro Dice TV show on Joy Prime. We'll come your way again next week. Stay tuned and keep enjoying the show.